It's Tuesday. What are you going to do? It's time to break on through. That's what's going on. Hello, everybody. Great to be here again. I don't know, man. It may be too far back for me to see everything today, but hell, I'll give it a shot. Oh, I just scooted it back even further. How about that? Y'all see okay? Can you hear okay? You got to tell me something. Okay, I see some thumbs up. Well, I guess the first order of business is, hell, before we get started, you need to grab hold of your break on through brew as we drink a toast to the now late, great Loretta Lynn. Now I'll tell y'all, 90 years, that's a lot. That's a good run, man. That's a damn good run. And without a whole lot of really terrible health issues that I ever heard of. So one of the great voices of real country music left us today. So here's to the memory and all the great talent she left behind, Loretta Lynn. All our heroes are dropping. That's the way it goes when you get up there in the years. You get to see it all happen. Well, today's break on through, we're going to be a little bit more lighthearted than we were last week. I will tell you the status on the live shows for ANTiSEEN in November. It is now November 3rd. Reggie's in Wilmington, North Carolina with Street Clones and Bastard Brigade. That's going to be a Thursday night like you ain't never had in a long damn time, so come on out if you're in Wilmington town. Friday night, Jacksonville, Florida at Jack Rabbit's. We played there before. We played Jacksonville plenty times. It's always a good time. A lot of our friends down there. It's going to be a knockdown, drag-out rock and roll party in the street. And Saturday, November 5th, the club name has not yet been revealed to me, but I have been assured that the club is secure, the guarantee is secure, and we will be playing for the first time in a long time in Mobile, Alabama. So as soon as I get that info, I'm going to pass that on to you. All right. Man, I've gotten a lot of good news this week. Hold on a second. I gotta lean over here and get something. I forgot to get prepared. We just got these in from Spain. The Dawn of ANTiSEEN, 1984 to 1986. Look at that good stuff right there. That's some Strapping young men right there, but 24 songs. Remastered. Man, these things are put together so close on this record, looks like a K-Tel record. I love it. But available now. You see I got it in my hand. You order one today, I'll ship it out to you tomorrow. Or Thursday. Whichever day I get to the post office. But very soon I will have in my hand Are You Sure Hank Done It This Way single. There are 300 pressed on black. There are 100 pressed on pink, which the only place you can get that pink vinyl is from OJC and the ANTiSEEN Big Cartel store. The only place you can get it. There's also 100 pressed translucent teal. Only place you can get those, TKO Records Big Cartel store. Only place you can get it. You're going to say, damn, Jeff Clayton, I'm going to need me a black, a pink, and a damn teal. I can help you with the black and pink. I can't help you with that teal. You gotta, and you can't go up to Mark Rainey. Damn, Mark Rainey, you gotta tell me something, son. You gotta give me a pink. He ain't gonna have no pink for you. The only place you can get that one's right here. Man, did you guys see the print I put up this morning? Mark Deal from down around Texas town, San Marcos. He did this. Man, look at that. That is amazing. Man, when I opened it, he gave me no indication this was coming to me. I opened it yesterday. And I pulled it out, and I'm just like, man, I thought he sent me the original. That's how nice these prints are, man. They're on nice textured paper. Or not name paper. It's cardstock. It's textured. It's like I don't even know the word I'm looking for, but man, he printed 20 of these. I got 2 of them right here. The only reason I knew it wasn't the original is because the other one fell out underneath it. I was like, oh, okay, well, these are prints. And I contacted him this morning and said, damn, Mark, how can like 18 other people get these prints? And if you look on the ANTiSEEN page or either my page, I can't remember which place I posted it. I think it's the ANTiSEEN page. It's got his Venmo address, which I wish I could remember it to recite it for you. But only 18 left, man. And they are each individually numbered and signed by Mark himself on the back. High quality shite right there. I tell you what, I think when I found myself down in St. Marcos one time, I think I have to get Mark to tattoo that on old JC. What do you think? Hell, I might get that old Skeleton Cosmo too. That is some good shite right there now. I ain't lying to you. All right. Let's see. I come to you today 35 pounds lighter than I have been in the last month. And I keep working on it, man. Miss Clayton, the first lady, and when I allow her, when I say, hey, I need to do something, she gives me the word, she gives me the layout, she gives me the plan, I stick to it, and I get results. Is it hard? Yeah. Can you do it? You can, yes. Just one of the many reasons I'm thankful for that woman every day. Now, I've told you people, if you need some help with some stuff now, you can contact her. Now, she used to do this kind of stuff for a living, you know, but all kind of things got in the way of that, making that happen full time. But man, you know, you drop her little thing in her PayPal bucket, she'll help you out. Help you stay away from, I can't say it on here because there's bots. If they hear too many of the wrong words put together, they're going to go, zap that damn video there, son. But let's just say she can help you stay away from Western medicine. Adam Boone, I'm going to see if I can't get her on break on through again sometime, man. I don't think she likes getting in front of the camera. I don't know. She's way prettier than me. And I love being in front of the camera. Ha! Let's see. I don't really have a topic today, but I do got two top tens. I started to do this one last week, but the first part of my program ran a little bit too long. So I'm going to do this top 10, which might, you know, bring up a little discussion. Then I'm going to give some plugs to some people. Then I'm going to give you top 10 number 2. And by that time, it may be time to shuffle on out of here. I will tell you this. Sir Barry and I are receiving and tweaking the final mixes for Great Disasters. The artwork done by my good pal Mike Harper is in Oregon right now, getting scanned at a professional art scanning joint. And you know what else is really coming along quickly? The all-new, remastered, exclusive 2-record set of the reissue of Here to Ruin Your Groove for the first time in vinyl in almost, I don't know, 10 years? Man, it's gonna be amazing. We've been compiling stuff, trying to get some stuff you haven't seen, maybe rearrange it so it looks good, maybe bring back some of the stuff that you really liked about that period and all. But you know, the record's it's gonna be 2 records. It comes with a CD of Here to Ruin Your Groove, and it's an original issue CD. It's not a repress that we did for this record. We had enough of those left over without covers that we're putting them into slip cases and including them in the album, along with a poster of Ryan Almighty's skull art that was also a t-shirt, where that t-shirt will resurface to coincide with this. Let's see, what else is it going to have? Oh, side 4, a complete side live from the Confederacy of Scum Super Show in 1997. And the inner sleeve of that is going to look like the album cover for that if we had put it out all by itself. So it's got a lot to look forward to. But let's go ahead and go with this top 10. The first one I'm going to do, and I've heard this mentioned, I've heard this pronounced several ways. I call it biopics. But I've heard it called biopics. I don't like that. I like biopic. Biography, motion, pictures. This is 10, man, I just whipped out of nowhere. Because these are ones I really think a lot of. I like them a lot. I kind of stuck to music, but I also went off into, you know, because some great movies are made from people's books and biographies, which you'll you'll see right here. Matter of fact, number 10, great example. I've loved this movie ever since the 70s. Serpico. Al Pacino. How about a police officer that tried to go the straight and narrow and uphold the law and do his job? Imagine that. It's a great movie if you've never seen it. Serpico. Number 9. This might not be a surprise to anybody. What's Love Got to Do with It? The movie about Tina Turner. Man, that was a great. Lawrence Fishburne did a perfect Ike Turner. I'm sure Ike Turner didn't care too much for it, but yeah, that's a lot of it's a he said, she said, but you know, when she gets most popular and has the power, her version comes out. So I'm not condoning any of that behavior that they went through. But number 8 for me, and I saw this in the theater when it came out. And I think this is what introduced Gary Busey to the world before he went off the fucking deep end. The Buddy Holly story. Number 7. I love this movie. I saw this at the theater when it was released. I've watched it several times on DVD, and anytime I see it on the streaming channels. The film made about comic book artist Harvey Pekar, American Splendor. Man, even if you don't know anything about Harvey Pekar or Robert Crumb or any of that, give it a watch. Man, you will really enjoy it. They made it really funny, really sad in some parts, but it's very, very entertaining. I love it. And this one, number 6, is really going to blow your mind. I just switched it out for something because, and I know all the criticisms about it, especially from older guys like myself, but I didn't have these criticisms. I really enjoyed and loved that latest, like this year, movie about Elvis. I thought the kid did a great job, and I think it told a story from just what I read growing up, what I always kind of thought about Tom Parker. I mean, you know, 50% of someone's damn take. Damn. All right, whatever. But it's on HBO Max right now. If any of y'all have that, man, give it a watch this weekend. It's kind of a long one, but damn good. Number 5. Now, this was hard for me to toss up. It's between this and another film very similar. But between these two fellas, the guy from Down Under kind of, the scale gets tipped in his favor with me. Two of my favorite authors, one's name is Charles Bronson, not to be confused with the actor of the same name. The other one is Mark Chopper Reed. And I love the film about his life, based on one of his books, called Chopper. I got a Chopper poster around here somewhere I got from Joey Killingsworth years ago. But there's also a documentary on him, Fat Belly, that is also, I think it's on Tubi right now, if I'm not mistaken. Number 4. a recent film. And man, when it came out, it debuted on Netflix. And I watched it. Me and the First Lady watched it. And the First Lady went to bed. And man, as soon as she went to bed, I stayed up. I watched it again. Same night. Dolomite Is My Name. Love it. Kind of Eddie Murphy's comeback. And he did a great job. And man, he really... I think paid, great respect to Rudy Ray Moore in that. And if you guys even have a passing interest in Rudy Ray Moore and Dolomite and all that stuff, you got to watch it. You will not be disappointed. You will learn a lot about that man. And you can get that book that just came out not too long ago. Thank You for Letting Me Be Myself, I think, is the name of it. It may not be the name, but I haven't read it yet. It's fucking big. It's got a lot in it. But number 3. This is like The Sopranos crammed into 2 hours. One of the greatest gangster movies ever. And one of the greatest biopics ever. Goodfellas. Very, very few of y'all will argue with me about that. That damn movie. It's just got everything. Hard to believe it was someone's story, but it's got about everything you'd ever want in a damn movie, huh? Ironically enough, I was telling my main and co-worker today, he's the one that broke the news to me about Loretta Lynn's passing. But man, my number 2, and I wrote this list last week. My number 2 is Coal Miner's Daughter. That is a damn good movie. You know how I can tell it's good? Besides the fact that I know a damn good movie when I see one. Our daughter Katie sat in there and watched it with us one night. She didn't know nothing about Loretta Lynn. And she watched it and really enjoyed it. Enjoyed the movie, and actually it's the same with her and the Elvis movie. She didn't know much about Elvis. She just knew she liked that actor. But the movie was so good that it draws in people who just, aren't fans. Just maybe a casual fan. Or even just someone that knows who they are. But for me, number 1, my main Mick Jagger had something to do with this one. From a few years back. The biopic of James Brown. Get On Up. The guy that played Black Panther, I don't know his name. I'm sorry, I don't know his name, but he passed away. But relatively young guy too. But man, he did a great James Brown. I ain't lying to you. Well, here's my honorable mentions. Like, whenever you start going, damn, Jeff Clayton, how come blah, 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 wasn't in your list? Because it's my top 10. Now you talk about my top 20. Here comes some honorable mentions here, okay? I really like these. Cinderella Man. Patton. The Runaways. Casino. Sweet Dreams. Bohemian Rhapsody. Thought they all did great jobs on those films. All right, plug time. Be sure to tune in tomorrow on Malcolm Tent's Facebook page for Tent Talks Tunes. $7:00. Some more businesses I'd like to give a little push here. On the Mark shirts. They haven't done anything new in a little bit, but they got some new great hats. And if you think, well, damn, I don't need nothing wrestling, well, maybe you need something rock and roll. They got a Thin Lizzy hat. And if Thin Lizzy ain't rock and roll, I'll kiss your ass. You know our buddy, our friend Janice Blythe, Ruby from The Hills Have Eyes, you can see her live and in person October 28th, 29th, and 30th in Lexington, Kentucky at Scarefest for the Hills Have Eyes cast reunion. That includes Michael Berryman, Dee Wallace, and Janice herself, and a few more. Some people from Hills 2 are going to be it. Man, I looked at the guest list of people that are going to be. Man, this has got to be one of the biggest horror conventions as far as guests go ever. I was just like, man, look at all the people that's going to be here. And I mean, I hate to put it this way, but damn, all the ones that they can still get a hold of, it seems like they're going to be there in Lexington. So if you're close by, or if you want to make a road trip, October 28th, 29th, 30th, Lexington, Kentucky Scare Fest. Katie After Dark. He's still posting. He's doing shotgun art these days. He's still got Katie After Dark t-shirts. The way I see it, y'all need one. All right, you ready for the next top 10? This one is cover tunes. What, people that cover your song? No, not that. When one artist covers a song from another artist, a popular song, and they kind of make it their own, and these are some of my favorites. These are 10 of my favorites. As always, I'll start with number 10, and I'm going to lay it on the line. I'm going to give it to you right now. It's Wasp covering The Real Me, originally done by The Who. Now, I'm going to tell you something. The Real Me is one of my favorite Who songs of all time. I get critical of versions of The Who doing it. Damn, yeah, damn Who, y'all didn't do that worth a damn. You know, that's what I'm saying. So when I saw Wasp was covering The Real Me, I was like, oh boy. But the truth of the matter is, Wasp does some damn good covers, man. I Don't Need No Doctor, The Humble Pie. They even do Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting. Do it good. The Who did Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting on the Elton John tribute, and it sucked. So, there you go. Number 9. And I think other than people that were listening to the radio in the early to mid 70s, this cover right here may have been the first time, other than Eric Clapton covering I Shot the Sheriff and Johnny Nash covering Stir It Up, may have been one of the first times a lot of us heard anything from Bob Marley. But we heard it via Stiff Little Fingers on their Inflammable Material album, Johnny Was. I think it is a very good tribute to the original, and it's very emotional in their own way. I mean, they didn't do it tongue-in-cheek. I don't like tongue-in-cheek covers. I don't like them at all. But, okay. Number 8. Now, this one's popular. It's all over the world. And I have a very, I think a lot of people agree with me, but I think a lot of people think I'm full of shit when I say this. But my number 8 is Hendrix all along the Watchtower. But I'm going to tell you this. I think everybody that covers Bob Dylan songs is doing better than Bob Dylan. I can't stand that voice. I can't stand it. I've been to see him twice to make sure, like, kind of making sure. Is it me or is it just no? I don't like it. It don't do shit for me. But the some bitch can write a song. Joe Cocker did some really good Bob Dylan covers, but it didn't make my top 10 list. I mean, it didn't make my top 50. I guarantee it. But how can you listen to Bob Dylan's and then listen to Jimi Hendrix's and go, oh yeah, that's not as good there, son? Come on, man. Number 7, a song that I was recently doing in the Jeff Clayton Dimension Band, which has hit a major stumbling block in the fact that we no longer have a drummer. So is there anybody in the area, Charlotte, Monroe area, that wants to play a little R&B and some blues and stuff? Man, we're not going to be like a full-time touring band. We want to make some recordings, want to play some shows, have some fun doing it. Contact us. Me, Steve Wenzel, Dave Winecoop, Tom Derby, any of us on Facebook. Let us know, hey, I'd like to come try out. But the song we were doing was it originally made famous by Eartha Kitt. But the way I learned it and the way we were kind of patterning after was from the Faces. Rod Stewart and the Faces, their version of Rather Go Blind. And I think we did a pretty damn good version of it, if I do say so myself. I hope we'll be back in the saddle and rolling again soon so that you guys can hear it too. Number 6. A number recorded by Bob Seger, a number called Rosalie. But Then Lizzie. Studio version on the Fighting album, live version on Live and Dangerous, perfect. No flaws, rock and roll. Number 5. Now, yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. This is a cover that the Ramones did. And I'm gonna tell you something. When the Ramones did a cover, man, you didn't know it was a cover. And I'll tell you another group that did that, the Cramps. When the Cramps did a cover, man, the stuff they did was so damn obscure, you didn't know it was a cover. Like you learned it from them. Well, this Ramon song, the original, nice and fun and all, but man, the Ramones, they own this one. You know why? Because they're out there having fun in the warm California sun. Oh yeah, I wouldn't lie to you. I am the unimpeachable president. I will not lie and break on through. Number 4. Another example, small town guys getting a hold of this record, finding out about a new kind of music, new to us. It wasn't new, but new to us. Reggae. But it came to us via The Clash. I'm talking about Police and Thieves, a Junior Murvin song. And when you finally, after years, hear the original, man, it's like, it's hard for me to explain how I felt the first time I heard it, but I was blown away. And I think the same will happen to you. Number 3, for me, the King, something about the King. We know who the King is. Aerosmith. On their live bootleg record covering James Brown's Mother Popcorn. I'm going to tell you what, it takes a little bit of balls to do a James Brown cover and think you're going to outdo James, but damn it. Aerosmith, they put a leash around that damn song and they own it. And I think, I haven't, man, I only saw Aerosmith one time and I love them, but I only saw them one time. And, but you can look up videos on, YouTube. And for a while there, they would play Mother Popcorn to go into Walk This Way. Man, it was brilliant. My number 2 and number 1s, man, I'm not gonna say this week, but no, these are pretty much number 2 and number 1. Number 2, a beautiful lady with a beautiful voice took a beautiful song and made it even better than the original, in my opinion. I'm talking about Rita Coolidge doing Higher and Higher, the original by Jackie Wilson. Don't believe me? Get yourself on YouTube and look it up. Look up the one from the Midnight Special. Well, I ain't lying to you. My number 1. Now, do I think this is better than the original? I don't know. That's an awful big order. It's different. And it is great in its own right. Jumpin' Jack Flash from Johnny Winter and who? That was what the group was called. Johnny Winter and live. Jumpin' Jack Flash. It's all over YouTube. Johnny Winter and. There's even a video of him playing it in one of them, one of those European music shows. I'm not sure. It might have been Old Grey Whistle Test or something, but Top of the Pops, or I don't know. It wasn't Top of the Pops, but yeah, great song. Done greatly by another great guy. All right, well that's it. That's my top 10 for this week. You got your 2 top 10s. Thomas O'Keefe says Judas Bullethead's version of When a Man Loves a Woman. That was a damn good cover. I ain't gonna lie to you about that either, bud. But hey, I got a few minutes. Got a question? It won't take me an hour and a half to explain. Go ahead and shoot one across the screen. Hell, I can see pretty good today. Oh, by the way, Tom, since you're here, you may be getting you will be getting a shitload of some records in the mail here real soon. I predict by Friday. I want to see a picture of you holding them up. Okay, no questions then. Okay. I can dig it. Oh, the orange, that's red. All right, Mark just asked me, what's the favorite cover song we ever did? Man, I was really, really fond of that recent one we did of the Hates, Last Hymn. But I also really liked, it sounds weird to go, I liked our version, but I mean, I liked our version of Ernest Tubbs, Thanks a Lot, and really enjoy playing it. I enjoy playing Black Eyed Susie. It's not, we learned it from Dr. Ralph Stanley, but it's a folk song. So it came over with a lot of the Irish immigrants. Thoughts on Van Halen covering You're Not Good? You mean You're No Good? There's Jerry Morrow. Jerry Morrow, I bet you saw Johnny Winter and live, didn't you? Favorite Loretta Lynn song? Man, that is tough. I really like You're Looking at Country, and You're Looking at Me, You're Looking at Country. I like that a lot. She's got a ton of good songs, man. May have to do a Loretta Lynn top 10 next week. I like Fifth City too. Favorite Black Flag, man. I could do I'll do a Black Flag top 10. I got them in my list of stuff to do, but I still need for y'all to send me ideas. And not only for top 10 lists, but stuff you want to hear me talk about. Because I don't know what to just start yammering on about that anyone's going to think is interesting. Like I told you all the time, the First Lady, me and I will be talking or something, and she'll say, "Wow, you need to say that. You need to tell that on Break On Through," and I'll go in my notes and write it down, and I still forget sometime. But y'all have come up with some really good ideas, so continue to do that, won't you? Well, man, I'm getting ready to have a virtual band meeting. That's right. Walt Wheat, Malcolm Tent, Sir Barry Hannibal, and myself will all be looking into the telephone abyss, discussing plans. That's a good one, Mark. Top 10 classic country songs. That just means country, classic country as a whole. Like if you said, all right, you got to make a damn country 10-song compilation, son. Oh shit. Well, okay. What's it? Like my main man Kelly Hellstrom says, top 10 Amicus films. That'll be a good one too. Shoot, my first 5 probably already just popped in my head, but I'll save it for when I actually do a list. But hey, once again, thanks for joining me here on this Tuesday. I appreciate you guys always showing up, always hanging out with me a little bit. And damn, well, we've been doing this now for over 2 years, right? Yeah, big wheels keep on turning. Mike, got any time for a quick road story? I'm signing off, son. But you guys have a great rest of your week. Have a great weekend. And when we start it all over again, we'll be right back here. You know what we're going to do? We're going to break on through. So I'll see you next Tuesday. Thank you.